indeterminate, so explain what you're doing.
So for indeterminate tomatoes, you want to concentrate their energy on setting fruit versus growing foliage and height. So I generally cut off, and see, you also have like multiple so you could probably plant this and it would be a whole other tomato plant. Yeah, so right now this plant is focusing most of its energy on growing out and not necessarily up. So what I'm doing is I'm cutting all of the extras off. And so I generally start pruning early.
Yeah.
Just because it's more difficult.
When you say early, like how early?
Oh, when they're like before I've transplanted them.
Oh.
To be honest.
Okay.
But again, that depends on what your goal is, right? If your goal is to have a big bushy tomato plant, this is fine. It doesn't hurt the plant at all. It's not bad for the plant. It just depends on what your goal is. So like, for example, this piece of foliage right here, it has no suckers, it has no fruit, it has nothing on it. There's no point in keeping it.
Just taking up energy.
Exactly.
So this one too, right?
Yep.
Oh.
I mean, and especially with indeterminate tomatoes, you can be pretty aggressive with your pruning. And I also generally think and find that if you prune to one main stem, you get more fruit. Now yours are so far along that I'm not sure, you know.
Sure.
But there's another one. So what I do is I prune up into, it is satisfying. It's very cathartic.
It's like a haircut after.
Exactly. So here's the first fruit. So I prune really heavily up until the first fruit. And I do, again, sometimes just for visibility and for airflow, which is good for tomatoes to have airflow. I'll sometimes prune some more of these off. But certainly it's not necessary.
You get moldy under there and all sorts of stuff.
Because they're above where we
cut them off and it wouldn't hurt to prune it off.
Okay.
But that's just the most heavy pruning. I prune up until the first fruit.
Okay.
Sweet.
And then do we just keep with that as the plant continues
I mean,
to grow?
so from all my tomatoes I grow using a Florida weave, right? And so what that means is I have 2 stakes and I weave twine in between them. And I have 400 tomato plants, so I need to be getting through all those rows. So I actually, what I'll do is I prune them to grow almost like in a line.
I've noticed that when I've been there.
Yeah, and again, what my main goals are: the most fruit I can get, airflow, and my toddler's not ripping off tomatoes. So I need it to be as thin as possible, and I don't find that it negatively affects them at all to continue. Again, as long as it doesn't have flowers on it, it doesn't affect it to take these off.
You can pull the suckers. Do you pull the suckers this high? Or you just leave them up there?
Can.
That's what I always remember.
But then, again, like, how often are you going to be here?
Right.
So do you just, that's not going to hurt it, just let it go a bit.
Yeah.
Especially if you're not going to, I mean, if you're here every day, sure, do it. But if you're going to be here once a week, once every 2 weeks, I think it's fine.
Last year we just let them go and it just became a forest. And I feel like things started to get moldy, like we were losing tomatoes.
And I mean, if you take a look over here and just look, you know, you can see how much more airflow, how much more sunlight is going to get down, so your soil is going to get a bit more dry in between waterings, which is good.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you want to try it?
Yeah.